I'm Jez Benton and this is Route to the Top. I'll be meeting with a whole range of leaders who'll climb a mountain together and do a video podcast from the summit. I'm in Jackson Hole today to meet with Pace Ralli to discuss his business, Switch Maritime. All right, so first question. Right now, what are you doing?
We are trying to start the first fleet of zero carbon, zero emissions vessels. We're in sea trials, just about to launch first hydrogen fuel cell ferry in the world. So
some might call you crazy. Shipping generally is big capital expenditure, never mind trying to transform an industry and take it in a new direction.
I was in the energy industry working on industrial real estate, and my partner, he was working in ships, and we said, hey, there's not much going on in the shipping industry for decarbonization. Let's work on that. But it is not easy, and constantly battling to try to get the rest to come with us, especially the capital.
Jackson Hole, we're here on the top of Glory, which I think you said is about 9,000 feet.
Yep, just about.
It's an interesting headquarters for a
shipping company.
So, talk to us about the culture of the company, because I think from an adventure standpoint and from clearly we love being in nature and the outdoors. So give me the connection.
My family and I fell in love with the place long ago. Hope to come out here full-time one day, and that sort of one day got accelerated, as it did for many.
With COVID.
Yeah. Quite honestly, I was working remote anyway for the first 10 years of the business. I was on a plane and traveling. So we are very comfortable working in different places, and the team is gelled so well that it doesn't really matter where you are. Although we do have a headquarters back east on the ocean, so I'm back there often.
In our work, we talked to a lot of leaders about what we call disorientating dilemmas. Those big moments that kind of happen, where you kind of stops you in your tracks, and maybe you question what you're doing, and then you make a decision to persevere because that dilemma's just led you to somewhere else and to think differently. So can you put your finger on one or two of those over the last 10 years? What's kind of knocked you sideways, which made you learn a lot?
Yeah, when you start a company, as many entrepreneurs know, you're very naive, and that's a good thing to go into it, not really knowing what the reality is, because you just go head first and you charge the hill. After a few years, my partners and I were looking around and saying, where's everyone else? We're sort of out here on our own and trying to do this. And I think what we learned is that investors would rather see the first go out and fail and maybe pick up the pieces, and take it forward from there after someone else has learned. Definitely have a bunch of projects that we have scars from. When you're looking over into the abyss, it's definitely a soul-searching moment when you have to say, okay, we're up on the mountain. It's really, the storm's moving in, and we gotta assess the situation. Do we go back or do we forge ahead? And we've been forging ahead, and it's a privilege to be working with people that really are as passionate about what you're doing as you are, and have sort of the conviction that you do as well. And really, over the past few years, it's just been incredible how much of an ESG push there's been. The market sort of showed up for us finally.
I'm certainly seeing it much more in the US than ever before. I think it wasn't top of the agenda. In fact, for some folks, it wasn't on the agenda at all. And now you really feel like it's picked up steam. In fact, it has a name now, ESG. Yeah. You roll the clock back 10 years ago, say ESG, and people will give you a blank look. They won't know what you were talking about.
When we started, it was, we were trying to knock down doors, convince ship owners that they should even have a conversation with us about, decarbonization and using cleaner fuels, and normally just getting, sort of laughed out of the room. And now a day doesn't go by without some major shipping company announcing that they're making a commitment.
Yeah.
And that's happening in, obviously not just maritime, all sorts of forms of transportation and industry. And it's just, it's phenomenal. I'm excited to see where the next few years
where
goes.
It takes us. What drew you to this? Why shipping, and why this in particular? Why trying to transform it? What's it for you personally? What's it about?
There's a little bit of the challenge, I think, just being that type of competitive spirit that wants to go out and see something that it hasn't, a mountain that
hasn't been done yet.
Yeah, hasn't done yet, or I haven't skied yet or hiked yet, and having a huge passion for, for being out in snow, and all seasons, not seeing that go away.
Yeah, we're all trying to do our bit.
Yeah, we're all trying to do our bit, and so this was, a way I thought I could add value, trying to make a dent in it. It's been really fulfilling, which keeps me in it.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see, not only our own progress of our business, but progress within the industry, and I think we can snowball from here. So
it's a beautiful looking boat.
yeah, thanks. It's pretty slick looking.
Like
right?
you look at it and you go, that's kind of cool.
So you can't build a Tesla and have it look like
that's exactly
Buick.
what I thought. I was like, when Tesla first came out, I'm like, people are going to want to buy that car, not because it's an electric car, but because it's a beautiful looking car. So yeah, same mindset with a ferry.
Going to be a passenger ferry, and it's on the West Coast, hopefully operating in San Francisco or LA.
And I would imagine California is a big market.
Should be like the market for it. Yeah.
The Bay.
If I can't make it work there, then
yeah, that's right. Yeah. I can imagine the East Coast though, New York City following.
I'd be really excited to see one in New York.
Yeah, get on the sort of Staten Island ferry and sort of plumes of black smoke as this old thing sort of chugs across the Hudson, and it'd be nice to see all that go away.
Ferries are where we're starting with this technology. It's a good fit for it. And it's a critical part of our country's infrastructure. When people can ride it, see it, feel it, be like, oh, this just feels normal, although quieter and no smoke. Really shouldn't take too long before we're seeing, whether it's hydrogen or other fuels, zero carbon, huge container ships going across the ocean. So this is just sort of a first small step, but I'm on the route. Yeah, I'm on the route.
Maybe the first summit.
Still working on it,
and a few more to go.
And that's the best part, though, right? I remember talking to my partner and I were talking to a friend who had done really well in a business, and was looking back as we were talking to him over a beer about launching our company, and he was just like, "Man, I'm so jealous." He's like, "I remember those days," So can't forget, even though it's really hard. Can't forget to enjoy it. The challenge along the way.
Yeah, got to enjoy the journey for sure. Talking of the journey, I don't know about you, I'm getting a little chilly.
I'm ready to ski.
You're ready to ski?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.